NOOW. This stands for Not on Our Watch. Now this is unfortunately a sad but true statement, as the penguin populations in the wild have been on a steady decline. And we now only have just about 10,000 breeding pairs left in the wild. They have been listed from endangered to critically endangered on the IUCN Red List, and they are most likely well on their way to being extinct. Most of their threats are largely due to humans, unfortunately, with a big one being overfishing. I mentioned before that one of their main diets is sardines, that we are in direct competition with, because we also eat sardines. Because of the high demand for this kind of fish, fishing companies overexploit them in the wild and will fish up large amounts of them. And they will hardly leave any fish in the ocean for the penguins to catch as well. So when penguins go out to hunt, they will often not find enough fish out in the wild and will come back starving. And this unfortunately leaves their families back on the nest to starve as well. Another threat that happened in the past, but it played a large role in the penguins' population decline, was guano harvesting. Now, guano is essentially penguin droppings, but the penguins have a rather unique use for their own droppings. They would use the guano to build nests out of. They would burrow into guano hills and construct their nests where they raise their chicks. But guano was considered white gold to humans because it was an amazing fertilizer. So this led to people harvesting the guano and exporting it to other countries around the world. And this was detrimental to the penguins, as they no longer had a safe nest to raise their chicks. There is, however, still a way that the public can help prevent the extinction of these beautiful birds, and that is if you scan the QR code on the black banner on the window. This QR code will take you to our campaign website, the Not on Our Watch campaign website, where you can learn a little bit more about the African black-footed penguins if you want to. But you can also learn about ways to help prevent their extinction. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Two Oceans Aquarium. For those who have just joined us, I would just like to make you aware of a few rules that are specific to this exhibit. So firstly, eating and drinking is not allowed. Any spilled drinks or crumbs can attract unwanted guests, like ants and flies. Secondly, you are more than welcome to take pictures and videos of our beautiful birds, but please double check that your camera's flashlights are switched off. The bright light is quite damaging to the penguin's eyes. And lastly, please do not try to touch the penguins. I know they look cute and cuddly, but they do have a very nasty bite. the northern rockhoppers being fed, I would like to tell you just a little bit more about these penguins. Northern rockhoppers are not actually found in South Africa at all. They are found along the islands surrounding Antarctica. But the reason why we have them is actually quite sad. So people would sail around Antarctica and they would find that these penguins are quite friendly towards humans. And this would lead the sailors to keep them on board their boats as pets. But when they entered South African waters, it was basically illegal to keep exotic pets without a permit. These northern rockhoppers would then be thrown overboard. But they would luckily be thrown into the care of the Two Oceans Aquarium, where they now reside. Unfortunately, we cannot take them back to the islands surrounding Antarctica because we do not know which colony they came from. So we cannot put them back on the islands and know that they will not be rejected because they will not be rejected by any colony that lives on those islands. It is also likely that the penguins that we have, the northern rockhoppers that we have, might be immune to some pathogens or disease that we do not know about, but the penguins on the islands might not be immune. These northern rockhoppers are fed a variety of different things. They are fed sardines, squid, and prawn, which is a little bit different to the African black-footed penguins. Now, this is just to accommodate for their varied diet out in the wild. You may have noticed that there are two penguins that look a bit different from the others. Now, these two penguins are actually juvenile African black-footed penguins. These two penguins are actually hatched here at the aquarium from a couple on the African black-footed penguin each. They are being kept with the northern rockhoppers to learn a bit of social skills from the birds. The northern rockhoppers are a little bit more friendly and less wary of humans. So we are trying to teach the baby African black-footed penguins to not be as scared of humans as the adult penguins are. Now the reason we are doing this is just to make vet checks a lot easier for the penguin keepers. But I would just like to reiterate, please do not touch the penguins. They do not know you, so they will not hesitate to bite. And it is a nasty bite. So that will be all from the penguin feeding. I hope you enjoy the rest of the northern rockhoppers eating and enjoy the rest of your tour at the Two Oceans Aquarium. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to come up to me and ask. I will try my best to answer.
I'm not eating that fish.